AVS Media
Tower,
Demo.
Papa Hotel Lima Echo November radio check.
Papa Echo November, good afternoon, read you 5.
Good afternoon, read you 5 as well, Papa Echo November.
The X-Zone radio and TV show is largely an opinion talk show. All opinions, comments, or statements of fact expressed by Rob McConnell's guests are strictly their own and are not to be construed as those of the X-Zone radio and TV show or in any manner endorsed by Rob McConnell, Relmar McConnell Media Company, Talkstar Radio Network, its affiliated stations, or employees.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
All around old Cape Horn, ships of the line, ships of the morn. Some who wish they'd never been born, they are the ghosts of Cape Horn. All around a riddle rum with a rim dim diddy and a rum dum dum. Sailing away at the break of dawn, they are the ghosts of Cape Horn. See them all in sad repair, demons dance everywhere, southern gales, tattered sails, and none to tell a tale. Come all of you rustic old sea dogs, follow.
And welcome back to the X-Zone. Rob McConnell here. We're coming to you from our studios, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. 1-800-610-7035, worldwide toll-free. Email xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. And our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. You can always follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Same address, at xzoneradiotv. My guest this hour is Tom Elliott. And in 2006, he founded Boston Paranormal Investigators and continues to direct their group's explorations of haunted sites throughout the Northeast. Investigations have included Houghton Mansion in North Adams, the Victorian in Gardner, the Village Inn in Dracut, the Colonial House Inn in Yarmouth Port, and the Charlemont Inn in Berkshires, Longfellow's Wayside Inn in Sudbury, and numerous cemeteries around New England. He was interviewed for New Gravity's 14 Degrees, a documentary film on the paranormal, as well as for a television special on Betty Hill for Canadian television. He was also featured in New Gravity's second film, Museum of the Paranormal. Now, Tom's been a member of the International Ghost Hunter Society, Spiritual Frontiers Fellowship, New England Society for Psychic Research, Earth Spirit Community, New England Paranormal Research, and was once church organist at the First Spiritual Church of Exeter in New Hampshire. Now, his latest endeavor is So You Want to Be a Talent Agent, a how-to book based on his 35-plus years in the entertainment business, which was released by iUniverse in the summer of 2010. And joining me now is Tom Elliott. And Tom, welcome to the X-Zone.
Thank you.
Tom, where did your interest in the paranormal come from?
I've had it, I think, all my life. I remember, as I tell the story, that when I was a kid, I'm talking about like 6th grade, I would save my allowance to buy books on the paranormal, and my first book was on palmistry. And I saved my money for like probably a month or more.
Wow.
To get enough to buy the book. It was in the store window. I decided to go for it, and that was sort of my first book on the subject. And ever since there, of course, the 1950s, of course, was the era of the first flying saucers, the ghosts, and so forth. So it was a great time to be growing up.
Why do you think the paranormal has has blossomed so much in the last couple of years, and why do you think more and more people are getting involved?
Well, I can't speak for everybody, but of course, I've always said that I think the major motive in getting involved in the paranormal, at least again, as far as I'm concerned, is we all have a desire to confirm or prove our own immortality. And that's why I'm in it. So I'm not sure if that applies to everybody or most people, but I think that somewhere inside of us we want to somehow prove that there's more to life than what we know.
Tom, you and I have to take a 2-minute commercial break. Please stand by. We'll be right back. Exonation, Tom Elliott is my special guest. And he is the founder of the Boston Paranormal Investigators, BPI. The website is www.bostonparanormal.org. This hour here on the X-Zone, ghosts, hauntings, and things that go bump in the night. My name is Rob McConnell, and I'll be back with Tom Elliott in 2 minutes. Don't go away.
Are you or is someone you know struggling with addictions, depression, anxiety, relationships, low self-esteem, lack of confidence, grief, success, and prosperity? Do you know that your subconscious belief plays a big role in the outcome of your hard work? We can help you permanently change the beliefs that may be the reason for your struggles and failures. We care about getting you the return on your investment and the results you are looking for. We can help you be free of the limitations of your past and in realizing your highest potential. We work with people by phone and Skype. For more information, visit us at www.ritasoman.com. That's www.ritasoman.com.
I'm William S. Peckham. If you enjoy a good mystery with a touch of the paranormal, then you'll love my novel, From Out of the Woodwork. It's the story of a young Toronto contractor, Sean Kennedy, who buys derelict homes, guts them, and turns them into multi-family dwellings. Slums just waiting to happen. When Sean buys 29 Livery Lane, the house fights back. Former owners unexpectedly come out of the woodwork as he starts the destruction. The apparitions come to him when he touches old books, reads hidden letters, rummages through old boxes, finds a locket, or reads a discovered manuscript of a murder mystery. From Out of the Woodwork will take you from 1899 to the horror of the World Trade Center, September 11, 2001. Check out From Out of the Woodwork on my website, www.williamspeckham.com.
Welcome back to the X-Zone, everyone. Tom Elliott is my special guest of this hour. He's the founder of Boston Paranormal Investigators. Their website is www.bostonparanormal.org. Tom, I was wondering if you could give us an overview of Boston Paranormal and its members and investigations.
Okay, well, first of all, we are one of those sort of scientifically based paranormal researchers, and therefore we're the ones that you, much like you see on television with the instruments and so forth. But we do also have about 20 active members at the moment, and some of them are actually mediums or psychics or whatever word you prefer.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, our emphasis is on scientific proof. So we do things like try to capture EVPs, electronic voice phenomena. We try to capture apparitions and orbs and such on film and cameras.
Right.
We look for temperature changes, EMF disruptions, and so forth. That's electromagnetic forces.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's mainly our emphasis is on physical scientific proof.
What are some of your more interesting, productive sites that you and your group have investigated?
Well, I sort of think of two of them, I guess. One is the Longfellow's Wayside Inn, which is out here just west of Boston. And that's where Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote a book called Tales of the Wayside Inn, which is where the Ride of Paul Revere first appeared. And he retired there, or I should say retreated there, after his wife died tragically in a fire in his home in Cambridge. And we go out there every year, actually, on an annual investigation, and we have always had something happen. We've had knocks on the door. We've had EMF meters going wild. We've captured several EVPs. Now, one of the stories about the Wayside Inn is that the rooms that we do most of our investigation in, we have gotten one EVP. Now, what happened there was that the sister of one of the early inn owners fell in love with a British soldier, and he went back to England and never came back. So she ended up sort of mourning him for the rest of her life. She died an old maid, so to speak. And recently we got a recording of her sobbing, which was quite impressive. I mean, you can actually tell it's a woman, crying.
Right.
Supposedly it's her. And then the raps on the door happened one night when we were over there, and there was no way anybody could have stuck up the stairs or got anywhere near the door, because it's a creaky old windy staircase. If you tried to run down it after you knocked the door, you'd probably kill yourself on the stairs. And then also we've set up a video camera on an all-night session, and we've captured shadow people on the walls of the room. Even with the shades down and everything, there's no other light source that it could have been other than shadow people.
All right, let me ask you, the knock that comes on the door, if you can't see something, how does something invisible manifest or create a sound that can only be replicated by a solid object, like a hand?
Well, of course, the general theory is that the spirit sort of collects energy. That's why you have cold spots. That's why you see lights flicker sometimes. It can somehow accumulate a charge, if you will, and then use that charge to do things like knocking on doors.
Okay. But if that's the case, wouldn't there be more manifestations occurring in places where there's a lot of electricity or heavier electromagnetic fields, like near power generation stations under under the high-tension wires in places where there are